The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Teilhard de Chardin. What we think, we become. Mahatma Gandhi. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Zig Ziglar. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Rabindranath Tagore. To be a star, you must shine your own light, follow your own path, and don't worry about the darkness, for that is when the stars shine brightest. Napoleon Hill. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Albert Einstein. Life is a journey, not a destination. Ralph Waldo Emerson. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Anais Nin. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. The only source of knowledge is experience. Albert Einstein. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. George Bernard Shaw. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. Bruce Lee. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Lou Holtz. There are no mistakes, only opportunities. Tina Fey. It is not what you do for your children, but what you have taught them to do for themselves that will make them successful human beings. Ann Landers. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Albert Einstein. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Lao Tzu. You can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Christopher Columbus. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Oscar Wilde. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Malcolm X. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar. The only thing we know for sure is that we know nothing for sure. Socrates. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. William Shakespeare. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Robert Frost. Life is a tragedy when seen in close-up, but a comedy in long shot. Charlie Chaplin. It's not the years in your life that count, it's life in your years. Abraham Lincoln. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Don't watch the clock, do what it does, keep going. Sam Levinson. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. African proverb. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Milton Berle. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. The best revenge is massive success. Frank Sinatra. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill. If you want to make your dreams come true, the first thing you have to do is wake up. J.M. Power. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. David Brinkley. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Mahatma Gandhi. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Oprah Winfrey. You can't have a positive life and a negative mind. Joyce Meyer. Excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. Ralph Marston. Life is too short to waste time hating anyone. Martin Luther King Jr. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. Jim Rohn. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. Robert Byrne. Don't let yesterday.
All that we are is a result of what we have thought. Buddha. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Socrates. As above, so below, as within, so without. Hermes Trismegistus. Happiness is not something ready-made, it comes from your actions. Dalai Lama. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Dalai Lama. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Don't seek happiness. If you seek it, you won't find it, because seeking is the antithesis of happiness. Eckhart Tolle. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Lao Tzu. Wherever you go, there you are. Confucius. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Confucius. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Dalai Lama. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Buddha. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. The more you know yourself, the more clarity there is. Swami Satchidananda. Letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. If in our hearts we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free. Thich Nhat Hanh. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Aristotle. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Oscar Wilde. In the end, we will remember not our enemies' words, but our friends' silence. Martin Luther King Jr. Happiness is a warm puppy. Charles M. Schultz. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. Martin Luther King Jr. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Zig Ziglar. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that count. Winston Churchill. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Socrates. Life is what we make it, always has been and always will be. Grandma Moses. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln.